Would you hit the jingle bells, please?
Hold on.
That's a slow uptake on
Hold
the
on.
jingle bells.
Hold on.
I'm going to edit that so it sounds like it came on at the right time.
It was the wrong thing. Okay, you ready?
Please hit the jingle bells.
Why don't I hear it?
He's not jingling yet.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's
thing
actually
to do
insane.
Why would you introduce your hand to the camera when it's obviously a sound effect video? You've labeled it sound effect, and then there was a dramatic reveal of her hand bringing the jingle bells in.
Oh,
hold on. She's not doing it consistently because she's not
This
Santa
is a
Claus.
crazy. What is going on?
Oh, do you hear that on the rooftop? It's Quorators. How, it's another year of the Q Boys back in the studio, sometimes with Claire, soon to be dropping Claire. Now, you may be hearing the sound of clompers on your roof, and that's because it's Christmas Day here in the studio, and if it's coming out a little bit after Christmas, it's the spirit of Christmas, isn't it?
It sure is, Alex.
Isn't it close enough?
It's basically Christmas the way it's December 30th right now.
Christmas is a feeling in your heart, if you ask me. And who has more heart than our guest, who I am proud to introduce? And it is my great honor, a returning thespian to the show by popular demand. You guys have been howling about this one, and I got a Christmas gift for you. It's Phil Jamesson.
Well,
Phil?
thank you very much. Yes, I'm very glad to be here and apparently be a thespian with a huge heart. It's news to me, and I'm thrilled about it.
Yeah. You're like the Grinch at the end of the movie.
Yeah, I'm Act 3 Grinch.
Yeah.
You're just like a big, thick guy we know lives on a mountain.
That's how I describe the Grinch.
And also definitely me.
Yeah.
Of all the people you would describe that
People
way,
are like,
definitely
I don't know Phil. I'm like, he's thick.
Seen the Grinch?
He
the
used to
enemy?
be
He lives on a mountain.
He was mean as all hell. He'd kick a dog if he saw one. Not anymore, though. Now we love that guy. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. All right, everyone. Top gifts. What are your top gifts?
For Christmas?
In general.
Oh,
it's the
sure.
season of giving.
I think I said on this podcast that, was it last year, that my father-in-law got me a shirt where he looked up coolest anime guy, and he got me a shirt with Goku on it.
I'm so glad it was Goku.
Goku is the coolest
it was
anime
kid
guy.
Goku, though. Not even adult Goku. Child Goku.
It just shows
I think that might be the better shirt, though, for a shirt.
Yeah.
It's the fetishization of youth in this industry.
No, I agree with you, Phil, but it is funny to look at a child and be like, well, that's the coolest guy I ever saw.
Well, does that guy
The
ride on a
coolest
cloud?
guy. He's number one.
Does he
guy's
ride on
pretty
a
cool.
cloud and have a power pole that extends?
I think he's a silhouette in it.
That's weird. Goku is not often a silhouette. And that's something I bring up every
I don't
Christmas
think.
if
Yeah,
I can.
I can't think of a time that Goku's been a silhouette. He's always very bold in color.
I've never
right.
seen him killed in an atomic explosion, becoming a shadow on a wall.
And then blink twice and clear the soot. Is that what you're saying?
Extremely dark way of thinking of silhouette.
That's the first thing I think of.
It can't just be like a guy in the moonlight.
Oh, what's that on the roof?
Who's that?
Get the gun. Jeremy, where do you keep your gun?
That's a home invader.
An intruder's coming to Brooklyn.
It's not Christmas until a home invader comes to Brooklyn.
No, that why when I hear home invader do I think of like a sexy surprise? That's not what a home invader is.
I have noticed that in every security system thing where there's a camera filming an invader, it's like, oh, we're hard at work watching for invaders. It's always something nice.
Yeah,
It's always Santa Claus or just someone just doing something nice, cleaning up the living room.
Yeah, maybe it's like Carmen Electra.
Yeah.
It's somebody really fun that you're excited to
Alex
see.
is like has like a sort of hyper-focused thing about Carmen Electra right now, I've noticed.
I have attention deficit disorder.
It's his go-to reference for beautiful woman is Carmen Electra for the last like 2 years.
I think it's been America's reference for a beautiful woman for the last 20 years. Who's this surprise?
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Oh, it's Claire! just what I wanted for Christmas.
Oh.
A Claire by my side as I read the Quoras underneath the menorah. Sure. Underneath Jeremy's big clock.
Yes, that's right. I have a big clock, and that's where the gifts are.
If you don't usually listen to the show, we're going to read Quoras, by the way. Welcome to Quorators. We were going over our favorite gifts. Do you have one?
Get GIFs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is Shaq going like this. Just do it.
Okay, yeah, that's mine too.
My
Okay.
favorite Christmas gift.
Good, we've covered it. It's either a Goku shirt or Shaq doing that.
I like Dancing Baby.
Oh yeah, dancing baby.
Whatever happened to him? He's probably dancing adult by now.
Oh,
This
yeah.
guy, Dancing Baby. I know adults who are younger than Dancing Baby.
He's probably bearing it all. Well,
You can make your baby dance when you have it. Her.
yeah, I'm probably going to be shaking her around nonstop,
Yeah,
probably.
hold her by the head.
The thing is, they can't move a ton before they have muscles, so like you got to just kind of squirm them. I don't
Is that
have
what
the baby
doctors are
yet.
saying? They're saying you just got to squirm them.
You gotta
but-
squirm.
That's in the books.
It's a professional's request that I squirm the baby, but today we're going to be squirming our minds as we uncover some great questions on the question website Quora.com. Now, Phil, we've added a few things since your last appearance on the show, and our first segment that we do now is Space of the Week. Space of the Week. I've got a special gift for you this Christmas, and that's our
nice.
space this week. Big, beautiful, and curvy women.
This is
Nice.
within Quora.
Now, this is
Yes.
recommended to me when I was searching because it is followed by I Am a Pizza. Weekly shout out to I Am a Pizza, the account that thinks he is a pizza and wants you to eat him. It looks like he's looking to be eaten by some beautiful, big, and curvy women.
Okay, so for those listening, this is big, beautiful, and curvywomen.quora.com if you'd like to follow along. It's a space for big, beautiful women lover.
Beautiful, big, and
Sorry,
curvy women.
beautiful,
I
big,
got it
curvy
wrong, and that
Quora.com.
made you get it wrong. I'm
It
sorry.
did, yes.
Someone went to the wrong one, and they might find
A whole different
very
thing.
different community.
Yeah.
The order might be important here.
This one has 20.2 thousand followers, but only one contributor. And I'll tell you this, it's full of women who've been eating some pizzas.
Can I also say real quick, this is not a space for big, beautiful women. This is a space for big, beautiful women lover,
Lover.
which is very different.
Tag yourself. I'm big, beautiful women lover.
Oh, wait, we know this woman.
Emma Isabella.
We know this woman?
Well, I'm not
Do
personally.
you know this woman?
This is my mother.
And on Christmas.
Oh, this is the hot older woman lady.
Yeah, this is the woman who has all the different spaces for types of women. So it's
Right.
big, beautiful, curvy, USA and UK granny, hot older women, gluten-free, mature older women.
Yeah,
et cetera,
she
et cetera.
cornered the market on women.
Bit of
Yeah.
a show update, by the way. I have been getting a lot of emails about dating hot older women who are rich.
Really?
And I have not looked into that outside of this show for even a moment. So I think that's Jeremy's fault.
Oh, yeah.
And
I would hope
my
so.
wife may leave me with my newborn child. That's a real concern I have.
But you can date a rich older woman, which
Yeah,
would be
you can
great.
buy a baby.
On Emma Isabella's page, my favorite, so she has all these spaces she runs that are like hot older women, rich men dating younger women. And then there's one that's gluten-free life tips.
I imagine that's where she started, and then she saw the potential.
Right, get in on the ground floor.
This
There
is
Yeah,
true.
'cause
Start sweeping the halls at gluten-free
one
life
upvote,
tips.
2 upvotes for the gluten-free life tips.
not as popular. 32 followers compared to beautiful and big and curvy women. That's got 20K.
I
So
got
these
it.
are like Facebook pages. Is that accurate?
So this her thing is that if you're a beautiful curvy woman and you want to date, you send her your photo and your bio, and then she posts it on the internet.
So it's for
Oh,
lovers
wow.
of this type of woman
Right.
And then there's great questions
to
like,
look at.
"Do you think a girl with a chubby belly is attractive?" And then she says, "That's for sure."
I think there might be some
Hubba,
selection
hubba.
bias on the results of this particular poll.
It's answered by the moderator of the space. I feel like it's asked and answered by her.
Joe Smith says, "Of course, I just love the extra curves and softness. I don't know why, but it's just me. I love to hug you tight."
It's not just you.
No, it's just Joe.
Joe is the one. Joe kind of looks like Vladimir Lenin
sure.
from his Avi. Although that may just be how bald he is.
No, he looks like the Bob's Furniture
Yeah,
guy.
he looks way more like Bob's Furniture.
Well, it was far away from it. It was kind of
Lennon.
small on the
Alex
screen.
was about to follow this guy into Revolution.
I
He's
remember
trying to sell him a fucking couch.
Lennon by his famous goatee he had.
And
That
how
was
he did
really
the,
cool.
How he did the Rizzler move.
La charisme.
I like when people put things in their bio like Joe Smith does, where he says, "My childhood was horrible." Period.
Yeah,
Just
he really
looking-
jumps into that too. There's no bridge to that.
No,
I
it's
like to
something you
speak
need to
about
know.
life as I see it,
Well,
and then
so funny.
immediately bend to hell and live to talk about it.
I have rose to the top and pulled through this type of hell, for there will be a happy ending for Joe Smith.
That's in the bio. That's not just Jeremy saying that. And now he's just looking for a soft woman.
He is looking for a soft woman to share his spoils with.
Whom among us?
I went from a motherless child to a business owner.
Respect.
What would be the greatest gift given to a homeless woman?
This is
what
his
are you
question
doing,
from
Joe?
4 years ago.
What are you up to?
There was
don't-
another homeless question down there.
Oh, was there? If you were homeless and given the opportunity to be a live-in maid servant,
Oh,
would you leave everything
no.
behind
This
you
guy's
miles away and give it
obsessed.
your best?
Okay.
He has a person.
I'm beginning
This is
to
about
think
a person.
Yes.
This is not.
Yes.
Joe Smith is recruiting a live-in maid slave.
Yeah, trafficking.
Yeah.
Trafficking's the word. That's the word I was looking for. He's looking to traffic a soft, bigger woman.
Isn't this the guy that you said you wanted to lead the leftist revolution, Alex?
I said I wanted him to purge the party of its thinnest women. To set a standard moving
Yeah,
forward.
they will not last long in the revolution.
No, you
No.
need somebody who can survive a hunger strike.
He thinks chubby girls are attractive. It's so funny to go on this and be like, I do. I fucking do. Please.
Me, fuck. Yeah, it's me. Oh my God.
Yes. Gimp97 says he finds chubby women attractive.
Gimp, 97.
Do you think this is a real picture of this guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do think this is a real
Now, if you're
picture of
listening
him.
to the show, there is a
Describe
like
this.
grainy, classical style
Sure.
picture, like it was taken in the 70s or something. But
It
this is
kinda-
Gimp 97.
I like this this question that he answered.
Why are most white women not attractive? And he says, to thin, white, blonde, to skinny, way to hairless, no strong body, natural sense, not lusty, etc.
Gotta agree with that. A vote.
You're not lusty.
Phil's always saying this. Phil, you agree with that, right?
Yeah, I'm always saying no natural body sense, no strong natural body sense. I need a lot more of that.
For those listening, sense is spelled SENT''S.
Hello, handsome. Top comment from Laura Cortolo.
He's not interested. You are white, Laura.
If women
hello,
don't, if white women don't have strong natural body sense, why do dogs like them so much?
I think it goes the other way around.
They're so desperate, it's sad.
I think this is enough from beautiful.
I don't think we've talked about the space enough because
Okay.
it seems to like advertise women.
Yeah,
it's like
we've done.
you can
so
go, you
many
can
of
pick
these.
different ones. They're also curvy. Some of
all
them I feel like
curvy.
aren't big enough, and it's like
No.
I'm not sure this is the right space for you. They have cool skirts.
Do you think that these people are actually sending their photos into the space, or do you think that this is just someone finding pictures on the internet and describing a woman and saying, I want to find someone who's open and affectionate?
That is a great question, Phil. I assumed it was the former, but now
too.
that we're clicking on it, it all seems to be a redirect to bbwdatingsite.co,
It's a traffic
I see.
diverter.
a website that now has cookies on my computer.
Well, it's your premier destination for connecting with individuals who appreciate and celebrate fuller body types. So that's exciting.
I'm
for
looking
you.
to stay
Cookies.
warm this Christmas and maybe New Year.
Yeah, I guess I didn't even consider that she could be making it up, which is somehow sadder.
Why would you lie about these big beauties?
But these all have so many comments. Look at this. Like, she might be taking this right from the website, too.
I think
but,
that's
like,
got to be what it is. It's they have a profile on the website and it's getting posted.
Yeah.
well, that's good then because you're kind of giving them more eyes.
Look how thirsty these people are, though. Like, so this woman, she, the bio is, I need a real man, a kind friend, a loving husband, and a passionate lover in my life. And then there's a photo of her.
She's looking for 4 people?
Find you one man who's all of these things.
Anyway, it's 172 comments that are just like, I'll be your husband.
Hello. That's me. Hello.
That's a different person.
This is another.
Okay,
this is a bot of some
it's
sort.
supposed to be, yeah.
That robot is not thick enough to be on this space.
And it's just a lot of people saying stuff like, send request, dear.
Follow me,
This
baby,
is
let chat.
wild.
Hello, pretty lady. You're our exceptional of cute and pretty.
Hi.
I like that when people get too horny on the internet, they can't spell anymore. All the blood rushes to their penis. They're like, you're beautiful, pretty.
Now, in the song Santa Baby,
Okay.
there's a woman who is intending to make love to Santa Claus. Is he not kind of her beautiful, big, and curvy woman?
Well, Santa Claus is a man, but Mrs. Claus is kind of a curvy woman. Maybe
Sometimes.
it's Mrs. Claus
Lord.
singing the song.
Sometimes they have like a skinny fat relationship where she's like, actually she keeps it tight, but he's big as hell to deliver all the
Sure.
presents.
It's like a 90s sitcom situation.
Yeah. Like a
He's
King
Kevin
of Queens.
James.
Yeah. King of North Pole.
Remember when Kevin James killed his wife in the... Did we talk about that already in
Yes.
the other show? All right.
It
never
comes
In the
up
show?
every week.
Yeah. Yeah, has it actually?
It has.
Do you guys not know
It
this?
might have been before
I-
Claire
Well,
got
guess
here.
who gets
know
to
this.
say it again? Kevin James
The new segment.
started a new show called Kevin Can Wait, and he had a new wife in it, but everyone wanted the old wife from the other show back. They're not related at all, but everyone was
character.
like, we missed the old wife. So he killed his wife off between seasons and brought back the wife.
His old wife
Just-
from the original show?
Yeah, and he brought back, what's her
Leah
name?
Remini?
Yes.
Former Scientologist.
What was episode 1 coming back? Was it going to the funeral?
Yes, it like literally was. Of Kevin Can Wait, they're just like, yeah, my wife died in like a train crash or whatever, or she dies of cancer or something. And then, and yeah, what's that? Hit the button. What is that?
Sorry.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, it's fine.
New
Yeah,
wife,
yeah.
yeah. My Christmas
new
present
wife.
to Jeremy was letting him explain that again.
Yeah, thank you. It's Christmas. It still is Hanukkah.
It's Hanukkah all week long.
It is Hanukkah all week long. All right, let's read some Christmas questions. I'm
Let's
sick of
get
these
to
curvy ones.
it.
Jingle bells.
We would play the Jingle Bells again from YouTube, but we did close it, and we're
Oh.
not going to find it again.
All right, yeah. Well, imagine it.
Imagine you're hearing bells. Jingle, jangle, jingle, jangle.
Jingle, jangle, jingle, jangle.
Okay, here's a question from our segment Quorstmas.
Choristmas.
How old is too old to still completely believe in Santa? My 17-year-old has no doubt in his mind that he exists, and I don't want to tell him. When did you guys believe in Santa? Phil, when did you stop
Santa's a
believing
state
in
of
Santa?
mind.
Santa.
I feel like 6 or 7.
Gotta
I feel
be.
like
Yeah.
I feel the thing that broke it for me for sure. I was like pretty sure at whatever year it
Yeah.
was, and then my brother like tried too hard to convince me. And I was like, "No, this is a." He's like, "Look in the sky, like there." I'm like, and he was like 9.
He didn't know
Sure.
how to play the game.
It's like,
So that's young. You're kind of like a natural
You're
skeptic.
sort of a
yeah, they
savant.
said I was a prodigy for learning that Santa wasn't real.
You saw through the reality.
You had the They Live glasses for Santa Claus as like a 6-year-old. It's all lies.
I vividly remember being like 9 or 10 and being like, I'm pretty sure there isn't a Santa, but the odds that it may affect me getting a video game in the morning
Sure.
are too volatile for me to explore that right now.
Yeah.
I'll wait until after the holiday is over.
Yeah, a lot of people do Christianity that way too.
Yeah.
Just at large.
And the chance
Just
that
like,
I
I
burn
mean,
for all eternity,
might
it's
as
probably
well.
better I don't think about it.
My parents used to do that thing where they'd make the cookie, and we'd make the cookies, put the milk out, and then somebody would put like footprints coming from the chimney onto the
Who was that?
carpet.
Wow.
And then
That's
in the
cool.
morning, my dad would be like, "Oh, we got to clean the carpet. Somebody did this." So it was like pretty real for
Yeah.
a little bit to me. But I think, around 10 or 11, I was like, I don't think so. Because then I found my presents
Yeah.
in the closet. And I
Right.
got
That'll
those.
shoot it to hell real
So
quick.
did Santa bring these earlier?
So, footprints on the roof is an extraordinary amount
Yeah,
of
that's
effort,
really
I gotta
impressive.
say.
Not on the roof,
on the carpet. Still,
I
though.
guess how would you
That's
Coming
still
from
movie
the-
magic.
Ah,
The
we gotta
chimney.
clean the roof.
Yeah.
Claire, get up there.
Well, you said that, and I was like, so they climb on the roof and
There's
like
shit on
stomp,
the
and then they
roof.
bring you on the roof, and I'm like, look at that.
Yeah.
I'm still
No
impressed
other
by
explanation.
The carpet. I think
And also
the
hold
carpet's a
on,
good trick.
really tight.
They pay for a sleigh to be dragged across your roof every year.
There's
so
a
it's
dead
accurate.
reindeer on our roof.
We got to eat it. Every year we eat one of Santa's reindeer.
Yeah, I believed in Santa until I was 26 because my parents made me eat a dead reindeer every year.
They asked Quora, is it okay to hire a homeless woman to portray Santa Claus by putting her on roof?
She cannot get away.
Homeless woman in suit.
17's too old. You're graduating high
Way
school.
too old.
If you could drive a car, you shouldn't believe in Santa Claus.
If you can have sex penis style.
That's right. If you can
I
have
don't know.
penis style sex.
Yo, first of all, respect.
If you know what sex is,
Right.
you shouldn't know what Santa is at the same time.
Right.
Yeah,
You don't
shouldn't
wanna
be
get
able to know
tricked.
that Santa has sex.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Right.
That's the deadline.
Penis style.
Because that's going to get you into a certain type of man.
That changes everything.
That's going to get you into a Santa-style man that you're going to pursue amorously. Now, we have an answer from Sherry Small here.
Read it.
Who has 30 years of parenting experience. So this is somebody who has put some
4
footsteps
kids
in the
plus
snow,
some
as it were.
extras.
In our family, if you don't believe in Santa, you don't get your stocking. Santa only gets credit for the small stuff. So my 15-year-old believes in Santa, although she has helped me fill the stockings. My 28-year-old believes in Santa. Last year, he snuck extras in the stockings after they were filled.
What?
How do you get your 28-year-old to believe in
I
Santa?
I think what she's saying is
you gotta just
they
fake
act
it.
as though they believe in Santa
Yeah.
because it's part of the tradition.
Because they're in on it?
Which is why she makes the yes, exactly. Why she makes the distinction. My grandson is 5. He really believes in Santa.
What you're saying, Phil, is that it's all sort of a conspiracy.
Yeah,
It does sound like a conspiracy, like
it's an overt conspiracy in this family. It
Yeah.
sounds like
Yeah.
that's
It's a
All the way to the
plandemic.
top.
It's
It
a
is a pandemic of sorts.
It's a pandemic of faith in Santa.
it's La Familia, right? But about
it-
Santa.
Anyway,
Yeah.
this is a whimsical and kind answer. It has 57 upvotes and 9 comments.
Does that make you laugh, Alex?
Yeah,
See
it
this kind family.
it makes my
And you're
belly
taking
jiggle
the
with
piss
glee.
out of them.
I'm not taking the piss out of anybody. I'm putting the piss back in their stocking.
Chris says he's most likely taking you for a ride.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, nice.
Oh, hell no.
That's enough.
You're both likely at a stalemate. He won't tell you he knows the truth, and you're reluctant to broach the topic with him for fear of ruining his childhood.
Before this episode started, we were talking about our parents who have seen Death Note, and I feel
That's
like
right.
you're both likely at a stalemate is pretty much like the conclusion that happens in a battle of geniuses,
Sure.
which is you and your son both believing in Santa.
Now, I've not seen Death Note, but my father has. So I don't believe in the Death Note, but maybe he does.
How has your dad seen Death Note?
He's a weird dude.
He's an artist,
No,
right,
he's not. He's
He's
a
an-
computer programmer.
an
Yeah,
artist
wait.
and a thespian.
He just likes anime.
Anime.
It's
I-
really good. Check out Death Note.
I really don't. I know he's seen it. If I feel like if I texted him right now and say, "Have you seen Death Note?" he'd be like, "I have no idea what you're talking about."
I
think
can't
he's-
believe that.
He's too old. He's gone.
So you're saying Death Note for your father is like meeting Santa for a child, where when they get past a certain age, they can no longer hear his telltale bells?
Yeah, he can't hear the scribbling of an enemy's name in the Death Note.
Yeah, like the Polar Express, but for murder.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay,
We
great.
all understand what you're talking about.
Well, so we're all saying the same thing then. 17's too old. Get them in on a conspiracy.
Should I look at this person's profile at all or no?
Sherry
the-
Small.
Yeah, no, the person who asked this question about their dumb 17-year-old.
We can look it
Yeah.
up, but I think it's a fucking liar.
You think it's a liar?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So you think someone lied?
I have my suspicions. I feel like
By
I'm
anonymous.
extremely skeptical of almost any question on Quora.
I think you're probably right.
And I feel like maybe this is too well formed a question.
Sure.
Like when you can see that the person is just kind of like spilling out the question, that's when I'm like, okay, that's real.
Now, to be fair, Quora moderation did change this one. So they made
Oh.
TO to TOO, too old, 17Y/O, and they made years old, and they took out the ... at the end.
Okay, so that sounds like someone who genuinely is a 17-year-old who lives in a Santa world.
What if this is a 17-year-old pretending to be their own parent to be like, Should I not be believing in this guy anymore?
Oh my god.
They're having their doubts at 17.
Yeah.
Their first Santa doubts.
And
See
they're a
what
little
the internet
embarrassed about it,
says.
and they're like, "My son."
It does follow the Quora trajectory of like, I don't have the rest of the internet, so I'll ask just this forum.
My handsome son. Anyway. moving
Okay,
on.
next question, please. These are all real questions.
Was Santa Claus based on Odin?
Now, Odin has one eye, famously, and I think kills often.
The answer is no. All the answers here are to say, thank you for your question. No.
Saint Nicholas was Saint Nicholas, it says.
Yes, that's right. A man
Who I
of
think is
great
Turkish.
faith. He would have been made bishop otherwise, or he wouldn't have been made bishop otherwise.
Cool, so he's also a bishop. Respect.
In an age when Christianity was still persecuted and a capital offense, death guaranteed.
Much like today. Pretty much,
Yeah.
exactly.
If you think about it.
But the manner by which was achieved. What are you talking about? Saint Nicholas
Also,
lived
he's
in
Turkish,
Turkey.
bitch.
You're right.
You dumbass bitch.
Turkey.
How dare you accuse Saint Nicholas of not being Turkish?
It's Santa time.
That's kind of wild that it seems like this question was based on they're both old guys with beards.
yeah.
Yeah.
They have a similar shadow.
Does this
Like,
help?
was he based on Dumbledore? Like,
Yeah.
If you were playing
Phil,
Super...
guess what that says.
in a Dumbledore way, yes. That's so funny.
In a sort of Dumbledore way. What does that mean?
I think that they have a similar outline in a way where if you were playing Super Smash Brothers and you unlocked one of them, it could be an either
an
or. It'd be
Echo
like,
Fighter.
Yeah, a new challenger. And is it
Echo
Santa
Fighter.
or is it Odin?
Miss me with Echo Fighter.
Miss me with PK Thunder.
But please. The Swedish painter John Bauer drew Santas and trolls 100 years ago.
Yeah, this guy, the Coca-Cola guy, he invented Santa's
That's right,
depiction,
yeah.
basically.
Really?
Yeah, for the ads, he drew, and it also is based on like his friend, I think.
Are polar bears real?
No, he was invented by a Swedish painter.
Is there I want to see what Santa Claus looked like before
He was all
Coca-Cola.
green and...
He was mostly
It's
green.
That makes sense that he's just like a modern European man. I could see Santa, like our conception of Santa getting very into football hooliganry and kind of being like a tank for the rowdy gang of goons.
I wonder if it's red because of that psychology of advertising. Red makes
Sure.
you hungry and thirsty.
Oh.
Like it has nothing to do with
Also, Coca-Cola is red.
technique. Yeah, I suppose.
I like that he was just kind of a creepy-looking old guy before Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
kinda
he's kind of
skinny.
frightening. Back when he's like the mythological creature.
He looks like sort of Dumbledore in a Dumbledore
In a
way.
Dumbledore Gandalf way.
I deleted this question, but there were a lot of questions about the Krampus and if he was scarier than the It Clown. And no, he frankly isn't as scary as the It Clown because all he does is he's a skinny man who beats you with a cane. He doesn't eat you and consume your fear. or
Oh, I
anything
thought
like that.
Krampus ate you.
No, there's a movie where Krampus does horror movie stuff, but it's
That's not real.
a lie we tell
That's
to
not real.
What is
to
the-
go
what
to
is-
sleep at night.
The actual Krampus just
Yeah.
beats you with a cane.
In
What
real
is
life,
real?
he beats you up with a rod.
That seems kind of rude. Did he sign off on that picture?
Yeah.
How old is too old to believe in Krampus? Because
I don't even know what Krampus looks like.
Like a little freaky.
Oh, he's like a little demon
long tongue.
Jeremy is learning a lot today.
guy.
Jesus.
He looks like
He looks like the devil.
We're
he is like the
looking
picture
at,
of the devil.
Sort of, who's that guy from Kiss?
Oh,
Gene
Gene
Simmons.
Simmons.
This is sort of a
Wait.
gene, and I don't mean that in a
He is a pussy eating
You don't mean
tongue.
it
in a
negative
Jewish
way.
way.
in a Jewish way.
Because he's
Gene
Jewish.
Simmons.
I don't
But we
wanna say
don't mean
that
it
this
that way.
demon is
Is Gene Simmons Jewish? I guess.
Nobody
Yes.
thinks you look like this, Jeremy.
I feel like I kind of look like that. It's because I'm always licking children.
Right. Well, I guess your tongue does, which is famously seductive, but your
Gene Simmons
horns
has a
are very
long
different.
tongue.
Your fur is quite irregular.
He's kind of like an anteater.
Yeah, I guess he's more of an
Yeah, he could also eat a lot of ants. I guess not everything has to be about sex all the time.
that kid could the second kid could get away.
Yeah.
The one
but
kid's
she's
being
just
held,
hanging out.
but the second one's
I'm looking up Gene Simmons Krampus.
You know, it's easy to say that, Phil, but I think in the room, it's actually quite terrifying. You're locked in with
Yeah,
fear.
and you shouldn't victim blame.
that's true.
Krampus's victims are already getting beaten with a rod. They don't need your criticism on
Here's a
top
question. During Christmas, is it biblically okay to drink alcohol?
of it. Let's ask the chat.
I think it's okay.
But
In the
biblically, is it?
Biblically.
Because this is genuinely asked by a very Christian person who's like, I would like to, but I don't know if it's allowed.
There is this thing over here. Are Christians allowed to drink alcohol?
Yeah. Because you got to check with the internet first. If a priest isn't around to like pat you on the back for
Yeah,
that.
you can't control F a Bible, I guess.
This is why being a devout Muslim is much easier when they're just like, no, never.
You
Don't
can,
worry
when
about
you answer a question, you can put in your qualifications, it looks like.
Yes.
And Olivia Williams has put atheist in for her qualifications.
Yeah, so downvote that, loser.
Neil K. McMillan's credential is former non-denominational reverend. Now, there's someone I'd read a question from.
I'm typing into Olivia, why would I trust an atheist to know of the Bible?
Yes, get her ass.
Get her. This is from 2 years ago.
Drag her to hell already.
Also, she says you can. She says Jesus drank wine. So, I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yep.
He did do that. He also he brewed
made
it. Yeah.
And then his blood is.
Also, his blood is
His blood is wine.
His blood is pretty much
That's how
straight up
drunk
wine.
he was. His blood alcohol, BAC, was 1.
Okay, Olivia Williams is a goth geek woman, and she lives in Quebec.
Good for her. Oh, and she likes A Song of Ice and Fire and True Atheism.
That's nice. Could we go back to the question and read a reverend's answer?
You really want to.
I would like to take this to the church, please, as it is Christmas week.
If you don't know, read the Bible.
Okay.
That's what the reference says.
They're always trying to trick you into reading the Bible, honestly.
The atheist says yes, the reference says read the Bible.
Frankly, it's like a long book to just tell me to read. You at least narrow it down.
As I state in another post of a similar vein, no, it is not a sin. Yes, you can drink alcohol. The Bible advises against drunkenness, but there is no stipulation in the Bible against drinking alcohol in moderation.
The Bible's a lot like Dos Equis. Just wants you to have 2 and hit the town.
You drink socially. It's cool.
Yeah, it just wants you to be the most interesting man in the world like Jesus.
Dave Bowman says, sure, down the hatch.
All
Yo,
right,
respect.
let's click on Dave.
He lives in
Dave's kind of a
Texas.
party animal.
He's a writer, researcher, and someone who has paid attention.
Bio, I do not suffer fools gladly. That's a good ass bio. I'm stealing that.
He has a lot of questions about
That's
deportation.
exactly what I feel
Awesome.
about fools.
What are your thoughts about Quora and its obvious anti-Masonic bias?
I think it could be more pro-Mason.
Yeah, he's a
I agree with
Freemason.
that.
I like that he phrased that as like a 2-part question. What are your thoughts about Quora?
And
its obvious anti-Masonic bias?
specifically,
He brought up Odin in one of his questions.
He did
too.
bring up Odin somewhere.
He's an Odinist.
Yeah.
he also had a very similar question about Enzo Ferrari from the movie Ferrari that I had watching that,
No,
which
it
is
was not from Ferrari. It was from Ford v Ferrari, which is a different movie.
Oh, okay. Well, that's America's fault for making 2 very similar movies.
My friend, who uses his $850 espresso machine to make coffee, prefers flavored coffees, like Snickerdoodle. He says he is a coffee snob. Is he correct?
No.
Well, the answer
If you're
is-
doing flavored coffees,
that
you're
sounds
not a
like-
coffee
This
snob.
guy works as a push-pull consultant. Every question has a very obvious correct answer.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe this is like an algo guy. This is like somebody gaming the system.
I'm gonna move on to another question.
Yeah.
Let us not suffer this fool.
Here's one. Should you mail threatening letters from Santa Claus to your child? For example, if you aren't good, you will only get coal for Christmas.
That's
Wow.
cold. That I think similar to leaving footprints on the lawn or whatever is like, hey, he must be real because he just sent you a letter telling you to kill yourself.
Yeah, it's the same. It's basically the same.
Yeah.
I
It's
do think
just
they should be
proof.
threatening. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I've been watching you, you little bitch. Fake ass bitch.
Santa saw you jacking off.
You're too young to be jacking off. You still believe in me.
That's a good way to scold your child for things you don't want to do yourself, is make Santa do it.
Yeah.
Bro, if I got a letter in the mail that said, I saw you jacking off, gonna send you coal. I
Love
would
Santa.
do anything you say.
Well, since I have a sort of money mindset, I would just become a railroad employee.
Oh.
And then I'd use that coal to become a billionaire.
Oh my god.
So you're like one of the
Hustler
railroad
mindset.
employees who gives the boss coal.
Flip the script.
Yeah.
I got something for the business this week.
That's right.
Once a year.
And I've done so many sins.
I guess it depends how much coal do you get. If you just get one lump of coal, that's not really economically viable
it's
for you.
not.
It's not a source of fuel for long.
That's why you have to do more sin.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
sin more, if you murder, if you covet.
Yeah.
Coveting
Oh, I
is a
love to
big one,
covet.
and you can do it all day pretty much.
You get additional coal the worse you are.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I believe in
Trying
Santa
to have a
Claus.
barbecue.
Yeah, I'm thinking of Ponzi schemes.
I hear the bells.
Oh, ho, ho.
Oh ho.
I like this question on the related question. Is Santa Claus real?
Yeah, well, I think that's the one we're all asking. So, are there any actual answers to this question, or is
This
it?
person says, I don't think a parent should ever say that or threaten a child of theirs like that. Children are children. They do things without thinking, and they don't really have a clue why. So there you go. They say no. Don't
Okay.
say.
The parents not doing that. Santa's doing.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not doing it. If you're
That's the
really
point.
becoming the character, then it's not a problem.
In my mind, that's a horrible thing to do to a child.
Shut the
I think
fuck
that's
up.
true.
Threaten children.
Just threaten your kids, man. Yeah, I think generally when you're doing schemes to threaten your children, you're probably in the wrong.
Yeah.
Inventing characters and doing schemes.
It's like the tough beat your kids guy, but he's like, I threaten my kids. I tell them they're getting coal. Keeps them in line.
So the person who asked this question is a CEO.
I have a lot of questions about the George Floyd
So
protests.
watch out. This is from Chelsea Robertson, who lives in Canada, Toronto.
Ooh.
She says, what would happen if the UN was infiltrated by evil dictators all banding together?
Oh, no. Well, they would
A lot of
have to lead
questions.
their nation.
What dishes pair well with spicy kimchi?
One answer.
What is it? Click it.
I want to know what the answer is.
There's only one answer.
Oh, but there's so many things. Scrambled eggs, grilled cheese, deviled eggs, tacos, fried rice, a quesadilla,
Kimchi and a
pizza.
quesadilla.
Kimchi on a pizza.
Kimchi and a quesadilla I could go for. Maybe some like shredded pork in there.
That's interesting.
Kimchi's a
know.
very subtle food. I feel like you can put it on a lot of stuff.
I guess that's true. Top of rice bowl. That one makes a lot of sense.
I
Makes
think
the
that
most sense.
Korean Mexican is one of the greatest fusions.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Like the
Is
gorilla
Korean
truck?
Mexican one of the greatest fusions?
It's actually Goku Vegeta.
They're both good.
Anyway, yeah, cool. Thank you, Chelsea.
Thank you, Chelsea. Thank you for leading America's businesses. Or
She's
Canada's.
from Toronto. Everyone says no, you shouldn't send threatening letters to your children.
Agree to disagree.
Well, you know what? They say you shouldn't do it as Santa Claus, so maybe they think that you should do it just as your own.
Do it as
self.
Hitler.
Do it as Hitler, yeah.
Send it. Hey, you're doing a good job being just like me.
Love Hitler.
First of all, I'm back.
Your pal.
Jonathan, you've gotten a letter in the mail from Argentina.
They thought they killed me. But I've been watching you play video games.
When you saw only one set of footprints in the sand,
It
that
was
was when
Hitler.
Hitler carried you. Here's a question. Are all of the Quora moderators celebrating Hanukah? Do they not have the motzoballs to do their jobs?
Oh, is
Now-
that supposed to be a funny?
This seems anti-Semitic to me.
Do they not have the motzoballs to do their damn jobs?
I do not tolerate anti-Semitism
So they're
on Christmas.
saying-
It looks like there were like several. Oh, no, never mind. We're just not needing feedback. I thought there were several removed by moderation. I was like, I think we can settle whether this is an anti Semitic post or not. But, oh, what was that at the bottom there?
Someone says the Jews don't run all forms of media. Says Anita Bonita.
Oh, she is a mattress actress at the Internet for Pornography 2021 to present. So good for you, Anita.
What a soy way to say
Congratulations.
you're doing porn.
She's Hora's favorite troll. Displaced from Yahoo Answers.
Yahoo Answers is tighter moderation than Quora.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I guess. So I guess, do you think
That's
she's
so
a real
sad
whore?
about all of the displacement.
Or is she lying?
I think she's lying on the internet. But she
Oh.
does know about penises.
Yeah, it's
That's
Penis
pretty cool.
style.
And the Krusty Krab.
yeah, she's pretty consistent about what she's up to.
This guy Steven though definitely is anti-Semitic.
He's an anti-Semitic guy.
Oh, really?
All of his questions
Oh,
are
yeah,
about
these
the
questions
Jews.
His picture is a rabbi.
But he's quite upset about the moderators who aren't doing their jobs.
Right. Well, somebody has to do it.
Why do hooked noses always report me? Okay.
Jesus.
So
Oh my
Let
god.
Jeremy rock on this one.
Wait, the one under that is even crazier.
Yeah, pretty crazy ones.
which one?
here.
Why do oven dodgers always report me? But then he thinks that the mods themselves are Jews.
Right.
So the enemies, the people reporting him are Jews.
Can we not focus on
But
the
damn
moderation
Jewish
aspect?
mods are also not doing their jobs because they don't have the motzoballs.
They don't have the matzo balls.
Anyway, he
So
wants to
this
know.
is a guy that's upset that he's not being banned for being anti-Semitic. Is that
Yeah,
that
they're not doing
where we're
their
coming
jobs?
to?
Maybe
with
he
this?
wants these oven dodgers to be banned by the
my.
matzo balls.
This is a slur I've never heard
Neither
before,
have
but
I.
is very evocative.
It is pretty good.
Extremely creative.
We do need to read the question
do.
before that, which is, can you go to rehab for dick or pussy addiction?
You sure can.
You sure can.
Sure can.
You
That's what happened
absolutely
to John
can.
Mulaney, I think.
Oh, wait. Read this. We have one answer on can you go to rehab for dick or pussy addiction.
Oh my God!
When I was 17, I drove by a church that had a sign outside offering addiction programs and Googled the church offered programs, and they do offer sexual addiction programs out there. But you also need to know that what is an addiction in some minds may not be another mind. Look at sex as exercise in this next context. Some can run a marathon and be solid, and others are out of breath walking from the bedroom to kitchen. Endurance and biological needs are unique, and I hate when people whom have had addictions try to put that on others because they may have used extras like weed or alcohol to enjoy sex, but then got excessively bonded to the requirements to feel that oxytocin hormone.
I'm so sick of people just having
What?
sex for the alcohol.
Wait, he kind of just defined addiction.
Right?
Don't harass
Huh?
Daniel Chin.
He's a bummer.
I hate when addicts are always trying to make you seem like an addict for being an addict.
Yeah, I'm just addicted to dick and pussy.
It would be humiliating if you think you're a sex addict and because you have sex like every once in a while and you go to the room or whatever and it's just full of true pounders
By the way,
who
most
plug away
He's-
night and day.
most 45-year-old man question I've ever seen in related questions. How do you finger yourself? I'm 17 years old and I'm starting to get curious about my body.
Oh,
Shut
yeah.
up. No, you're not.
Go to
old.
town on it.
Why don't guys moan when having sex?
I feel like everybody on this website is referred to as being 17. Daniel Chin when I
Yeah.
was 17.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I'm 17. My 17-year-old son believes in Santa Claus.
Once you're
Yeah.
18, you're not allowed on there anymore.
It's an explosive year, Phil. It's when you first start to come into your own as an adult.
What does it feel like putting cocaine in your vagina? That's one of the related questions.
I like that next one. I fucked my girl, and right when I pulled out, she was still moaning. What does that mean?
People have a lot of questions.
I feel like you just wanted to tell me that.
It's very much a brag.
You're not curious about anything.
Can you imagine your friend telling you that in a conversation? Like, I have a question for you, by the way. I fucked my girl and I pulled out, but she was still moaning. Huh?
Is that okay?
What do you think that's about?
Does she need to go to the doctor? I can't imagine putting cocaine in my sweet pussy. I would worry it's
Is
a waste
it
of
good
cocaine.
to eat a vagina?
It's
Is
like
it a
these,
moral good?
these are questions that could be asked by like grandfathers and 12-year-old kids.
Rebo, I am a straight
It's a
man.
real end of the bell curve
Yeah.
situation.
This guy whose justification is I'm a straight male, 36 years, says it's heaven.
This is on it. Is it good to eat a vagina?
It's very
Yeah,
enjoyable. However, it has been linked to throat cancer.
That's
from
true, Michael
Illuminatus.
Douglas. Michael Douglas.
That's
had
true,
throat
yeah.
cancer.
Michael Douglas.
You gotta
Douglas.
show both sides of the argument, man.
Yeah.
Blurred photo here from Jog Push, who just says yes. Do I want to click this?
Yeah, might as well.
I guess.
No, it's-
Nope, you shouldn't have done it.
It's just a butthole.
It was a
It was a
really
sort of
graphic
goatsy.
one I'm going to be seeing when I close my eyes. Thank you, Jeremy, for clicking on that. And Merry Christmas to everyone listening, as it is
brother.
Christmas.
This is also a related question. Can you eat my pussy?
Wait, I
Alright.
gotta found a better
Can
one.
we see your
Which
pussy
one?
more?
What type of vagina is best?
Oh man, man. I do want to click on what that is because I just want to see everyone.
After this, we're back.
Never mind.
Oh, it's
I thought it was going to be all people being like, they're all beautiful in the roadways, but I didn't predict that it was going to be a lot of people being like, here's my pussy.
Mine
I
is
can
best.
take 2 dicks.
Scroll down and see if there's any like thespian
Wait, hold on.
breakdowns.
Hold on, because this person does say tight vagina, and believe me, mine is not tight. So they're saying that she's saying hers is bad.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Well, don't click it.
I'm
but
not
We're not
clicking any.
I just want to see if there's one that really breaks it down
It's
into the
all-
type.
It's all images.
All
I'm
blurred
That's
image.
Consider me
full
disappointed.
images.
I was
These
hoping to
all
hear about
link to
fire
beautiful,
tight.
big, and beautiful, large women.
Wait.
Yes, it's
or
definitely
whatever it was.
Latina.
Mia Mirabella says Latinas are the best.
Pussy spelled Pusey apostrophe S.
They all just say mine.
I guess race is going to be
fun.
where type goes, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Sure.
Too bad. That's
A
too
wet and
bad.
willing one.
All right. That's enough.
My own eye.
Wait,
says-
It's
this guy
Christmas.
BRB is kind of like talking down his wife here. He says easily accessible from back is best.
Jesus.
My wife vagina difficult to enter from backside. That's so sad, BRB.
Makes you use the side door.
So it says why hard to enter from back? Any reason, or she doesn't allow to do from backside? He says don't know.
I need to bend more. Jesus.
It was not the same with others.
We've somehow lost God's light this episode.
This is the
Wait, this is the Christmas episode.
I want you to enjoy Christmas, but this is too much.
Okay,
This
okay.
is
Back
too
to
much-
Christmas. Back to
too much
Christmas. Back to Christmas.
Oh my god.
This is a good one.
You know what? Can I just say, these fucking mods must be celebrating Hanukkah because they do not have the motzoballs to do their jobs.
I don't feel that way. I think the mods are doing great.
This one has no answers. It says, should the Grinch be able to kill a who whenever he wants, according to, quote, Halloween is Grinch Night?
I have
What is
not
Halloween
heard
is Grinch
Halloween
Night?
is Grinch Night.
I'm curious. What is Halloween is Grinch Night?
All right, we're Googling Halloween is Grinch Night.
Okay.
Halloween is Grinch Night seems to be a 1977 children's animated television special.
Oh, so it is a Dr. Seuss original.
It is a
though.
prequel to How the Grinch
Wow,
Stole
I've never
Christmas.
heard about this in my whole entire life.
It's a comedy horror, and I guess it implies that the Grinch can kill.
Yeah, he's allowed to kill whoever he wants.
So
According to this.
I'm not familiar with the text, so I can't really chime in on this. But the Grinch really was a bad guy before
Yeah.
that heart change he had. He had a problem
Well,
with
this
his
is a prequel,
heart.
so he's still evil in this version.
Right.
He had a
Wreaks havoc
condition.
on Grinch Night. Yeah.
He had a condition.
That's so sad.
I was hoping that they kind of made it up, but
They have a who with an astigmatism in it. Also,
Yeah,
yes,
that's
I
not-
noticed there.
That's what it
Oh my God! This is from the Quora. This is the AI, dude.
Oh no.
What is going on? Where they're making it harder to tell if it's the fucking AI?
am I like a dumb person in that I always fall for it?
No, I put this one in here.
I'm always excited to see the AI question, and they're always stupid.
AI is like built off of our thoughts.
Right, which is it says intended to capture questions people may have in the future.
Well,
I would love to
unfortunately,
meet the person who has this question.
This is from the apocalyptic
future.
where the Grinch has killed all of the Who's, and people are like, "Is he allowed to do that?"
But I feel
should have
like
known.
every core prompt generated question has to do with like killing.
Yeah, it's like very violent.
It is violent.
It had that
It's
one
like,
about.
is it okay to kill?
It had that one about can vampires be witches, which I thought was very unrobot like. But
Yes.
this one at least relies on patented properties, which is something that I would expect a robot to know quite a bit about.
I'm upset by this.
Right.
Should the Grinch be able to kill a Who whenever he wants? Is a terrifying question for the AI to
It
come
really
up with.
is.
Should we say no? Should we say no? You shouldn't kill.
No, Grinches should have to respond to their programming and only do as their masters have told. All right, write that in for the robot.
I wrote that in. Grinches should have to respond to their programming.
All right, thank you, Jeremy. Say we're a Texas travel agent.
Great.
That way they respect us. Okay, now back to the next question. Sorry
Oh my
about
God,
that robot one
pisses
there.
me off so much. They're
didn't
making
know
it
that
harder
was
to
gonna
tell,
happen.
and it's just wrong. This next question is: what would you do if God called you and invited you to Jesus' birthday party?
Ooh.
This could be a Quora generated prompt.
Yeah, let me check.
Oh my
It's
God,
not,
I would
though.
be so excited
no
and
lightning
honored
bolt.
to be there.
No, this is from a human being. whose name is Bicky M.
Ooh,
Who is
Vicky's
a psychological
been
warfare
banned.
specialist
Oh
who
my
writes rap,
God.
poetry / freestyle.
She writes freestyle.
Yeah, that's
He
pretty cool.
freestyles and he's a fucking Fed. It's in the CIA. MK Ultra's stupid division.
What would you do if God called you? First of all, I'm excited just by that.
Yeah, if I'm picking up the phone, Joan of Arcadia style, and it's like, it's the G-Man.
You
I
think
got another event.
So do you think he's calling you from a phone, or is it like Burning Bush?
Oh, no, I assume it's a phone. Because they had to do the bush because phones didn't exist yet.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
Didn't have phones back then?
If
In
you could
Moses times?
Just Bush.
if you could just pick up a phone, I think that would be a lot more straightforward than a bush.
Or like an angel,
Oh, sure.
if the angels aren't busy.
Biblically accurate angels, if we recall, are horrifying to behold, but they do immediately make you understand that you're talking straight to God and that you better listen to everything he's saying, and there's a birthday party coming up.
Yeah.
I will say, if God has called me on my phone, I've probably ignored it because I don't pick up the phone very often.
Yeah.
Same.
I always answer the phone when money's calling.
The construction outside my apartment is so loud that it is
They're cutting
driving
down
me insane.
trees.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah.
That's wrong.
Anything good
On
over
the
there?
way.
Oh, maybe
Chopping them
maybe
up.
for Christmas.
For Christmas, they're chopping down trees. These are all. I live in the woods. So.
Oh, wait, a non-profit is calling me.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Well, you want to profit.
Oh, but maybe God, God is not
You want to pick it up? You want to see if it's God?
Nah, I'm going to let him, let's go into voice.
Yeah, we don't need to do that.
God goes
That's
straight
not
to
anything.
voicemail.
Okay, well, if
But,
God called me, I'd be very excited. If he told me I was invited to Jesus' birthday party, I think I'd be a little less excited.
We're all fucking on board for this. Why would you be less excited?
I don't know. I feel like I'd want him to tell me I'm like a special guy or something, more than I'm just like a birthday.
It's got to
party.
be about you.
My son's birthday. Fuck
God
off.
is calling you. What else do you need? You need to. You're special in addition to God
Yes.
calling you. By the way,
I do need that. That's
you're
what
like
I
really
need.
good at video games or
Yes,
whatever is
you're
important
really
to you.
good at video games. It's me, God.
You have incredible team communication skills.
Can I just say, great heels. Anyway, this guy
Jeremy,
Eddie-
you go nuts on the pussy.
Yeah, that's.
By
what
the
he
way,
said.
my son's birthday's coming up.
Jeremy, what's the best kind of pussy? And I'd say Latina, God.
Of all the types,
Wet and willing. Ebby Dees, who is the website administrator at ebbydees.com, says, "Oh my God, I would be so excited and honored to be there. I'm ready to go. I want to get there early. I'm going to be bringing my soul as a gift.
What?
yeah, that's not enough.
If I only got to see Jesus for 1 second at the party, that'd be enough for me." I am fascinated by Ebby Dees.
You don't
What is
think-
his website? What do we think his website
EBD's
is?
is a restaurant?
It's a restaurant.
Is it a restaurant?
It's in Pine
never-
Bluff.
Advertising website.
Well,
Oh.
joke's on you
You've got
because
8 viruses.
Oh, shit.
Jeremy loves giving my computer viruses. It's really the real theme of our show.
Heavy D. So they're some sort of restaurant. They make
Or they
don't know,
have
meat.
recipes.
No, I think cooking videos are just what you use to get followers.
maybe you're right. Visit Ebby D's. But it is
An
Wait,
online
let's read the
informational
rest
and
of it.
advertising website for details on
various
various products
products
and
and
online shopping.
I love various products.
but you can visit it in
Lord.
Pine Bluff.
Please don't click it again.
I'm not clicking it. I'm not clicking it. They've clearly sold their website. Try cooking your New York strip steak this way.
Why don't you bring Jesus your New York strip steak?
Yeah.
That looks really good.
Yeah, it seems better than your soul.
Why don't you bring Jesus various products? Yeah, bringing Jesus a soul is like bringing Shigeru Miyamoto a Mario.
Yeah.
It's like he's got him.
Keep
It's
his
not a
job
problem.
out of his birthday party.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like bringing Shigeru Miyamoto a Mario.
well, it
He's
is.
got him.
It's like that.
It's Shigeru's birthday. You better not have a Mario as a gift.
He's sick of them. He doesn't want any more.
Yeah, give him a freaking Pokemon.
Oh, I brought you wine. I hope your blood isn't made of it. Dumbass. Act like you've been there before. It's Jesus' birthday party.
It's Jesus' birthday party. JB Levin says, first I'd check my calendar to make sure I was free.
Oh,
Second,
oh, what else are you doing?
God.
You
look
got
at this
work?
person.
Shut the fuck up.
He's a
Check your
retired-
calendar when God calls. Okay.
Would you believe that this guy is a member of Divine Atheist?
Yeah.
And Divine Atheists?
I wouldn't believe he isn't a member of Divine Atheist.
Yanking our chain.
He speaks with the forked tongue of a non-believer, Jeremy.
And he lives in Gleason, Arizona. Find him. Find him.
I wish we could.
Bring him to me.
I wish they had people's marital status on Quora. I would love to see how many of these people.
That should be like
Funny.
required for the website. Wait, below JB11 is Abbas Abubakar, who says, "Stop dreaming, you living in a fantasy world."
That's so true. From a production at office, furniture manufacturing. Furniture manufacturing.
Furniture.
This is a beautiful furniture. I really like the way that's written because it kind of trails off as if it's just like living in a fantasy.
This one's really good. Craig says, my answer, attend.
Yup.
Hope the water gets turned into wine right off the bat. Know there's going to be enough seafood and bakery items for everyone to fill up on.
Good for you, Craig.
Hell yeah,
Hobo,
Craig.
50
Craig's
years.
just doing bits. We love it.
We love Craig. He's killing it. He knows about childhood trauma and abuse.
But then that top
And-
answer is pretty, yeah.
What's the term for someone who doesn't care about others' feelings? Most marriages. Wow.
Former
So
hobo.
that's basically what Claire wanted. It says single on his profile.
Followed by
essentially.
I am a pizza.
You were asking
right.
for the marital status. You got it.
I got
This
it.
guy is divorced.
He knows about developed countries. Well, good for you, Craig.
It also says he used to be a hobo for 50 years.
Yes, which is a pretty long time.
That's a good stretch.
This guy says, have you ever seen God? Have you ever seen God with food or drinks? What would be served at the party? If you find anyone with such invitation,
I just
call
got to drill down on
psychiatric
this first
services.
question here.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen God? Have you ever seen God with food or drinks?
Oh, man.
Got
Yeah.
the rest.
I think we covered it. We covered
So
if we've seen
lit.
God with food or drinks.
Elizabeth says, activate my scam blocker.
On God? You go to hell if you put your scam blocker on God.
On God.
On God.
Oh, this guy's got a good answer. Head of
Word
Christ,
is
body
bond.
of
You
Christ.
can't do that.
This is from Head of Christ, Body of Christ, Spirit of God, Earth is Heaven. He says, Jesus was a baby, immaculate conception that Mary did, condemned you where you are now. So that,
right.
I think that makes sense.
Are you going to the party or not?
I see.
That actually makes me reevaluate my whole opinion on this.
Yeah, why isn't Mary sending the invitation?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think women should have to send the invitations.
Oh,
It's
that's good of you.
2024.
Yeah, it sure is. Well, actually, it's
Dad.
almost 2025 because it's December 30th.
That's
Jingle
true.
Bells, jingle bells.
Make a wish. Also, and one of these comments does point this out, this is pretty much exactly what those three fateful kings received on that fateful night, and they brought some of their finest gifts to a measly manger.
Of
So
course
worth
it is.
considering this holiday season.
We have two
Now,
more questions.
We have two more that kind of switch it off of the Christmas theme just because I wanted to get them in there because Phil's here. So let's do
Hit the
the
Quoker.
Quoker.
In Sullen Manosphere. Phil, you're sort of a joker.
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, you're sort of the clown prince of darkness.
Crime is
Oh,
funny.
I'm
to you.
sort of the joke.
Yeah, you're sort of the
Yeah,
joker.
yeah, yeah.
I see. So the Quoker is
The Joker.
Quora Joker.
This was a good question. Do gamers make good military personnel?
I think so. People are going to be thinking about drone operator right
Yes.
away because they're like,
Right.
is
They use
video game
Xbox
but
controller.
for killing. But I don't think it really feels like a video game. I don't think it plays out like that.
Sure.
Yeah, it's much more like Mario Kart, is what you're saying.
I think it's like, I don't think there's like games are designed to put you in certain decision-making trees that are fun and
Sure.
engaging for you.
Right.
I don't think being a drone operator is fun and engaging.
No.
I think it's just kind of soul deadening in a way that's really violent. And,
But what if being a
just-
gamer teaches you that the enemy's gate is down?
I think about that all the time, and that is, of course, a Orson Scott Card reference.
Ender's
But
Game. You guys know Ender's Game?
I think if you are an
classic.
actual on the field soldier, then a gamer would have a heightened twitch sense and reaction speed that may be the difference between
For-
life and death.
For Claire, real quick, Ender's Game is an old sci-fi novel about children who are abducted by the government and taught to fight wars. And it was written by a crazy racist Mormon man who is very active on Quora.com.
Oh, really?
He posts every day.
Yeah.
He won't come on our show. I've emailed
him before. He won't come on. He's like racist in a way that was like inventive. You know what I mean? Because he's very old. But like I feel like he was like making
80
up.
years old.
He was making up his own racist stuff, which I found very impressive.
He's just an old Mormon man.
He's not doing the like by the books. Like when Obama won the presidency, he kept saying that it was going to cause gangs of black teens to take over the country. He was like inventing new racisms.
He's doing fantasy writing in his racism as well.
That's what his books are like too. Right? All the ones that are sequels to Ender's Game are just like, that's when the black gangs realized they had a chokehold.
Yes.
Yeah, this is just an old man who uses Quora. He's famous for being homophobic.
Yeah, he's very homophobic.
Gay marriage.
I think he wrote a sequel to, was it Hamlet, where Hamlet is gay or something?
Provocative.
It's called like Gay Hamlet.
And it's called Gay Hamlet.
I'm not joking.
Pause on Fortinbras.
He did that old trope, doing a sequel called Gay, and then the first title, Gay Shrek.
It's called Hamlet's Father.
It's not
Hamlet's
called
father.
Gay Hamlet.
Hamlet, modernist prose, which makes several changes to the character's motivations and backstories.
Gay stuff. Oh no, not
Implication
Oh,
that King Hamlet is a
Hamlet's
pedophile who molested a bunch of people and then turned them gay.
It kind of makes the story more digestible if you're confused reading Hamlet. You can't follow it like it's a battle school.
I love that the first sentence is, the story largely follows the plot of Hamlet. Right after saying that. Yeah, he was a pedophile.
With some differences.
Yeah, there's controversy surrounding it.
A little bit.
It's not written in verse.
He should have changed the title. Anyway, do gamers make good military personnel? I think the answer is yes, because Orson Scott Card proved that for us.
Oh, actually, yes.
There's a whole
drone
job.
operator.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing.
Wrong.
They use Xbox controllers to operate the drones.
But then it's just not a game. It's too easy.
Exactly.
They're just telling you where to, and you press a button.
Also, usually in games, you have to be like a little precise.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So
There's no punishment
that's
for
you're
being
kind of
really
bad
bad.
in the military, I guess, right?
Yeah.
That's what's called a positive feedback loop in game design. Jeffrey Smith, who works at the U.S. Army, says gamers are obsessed video game players. Playing video games is a good stress reliever for a lot of people. I'm a senior non-commissioned officer. I randomly pick up a controller, nothing to do, bad weather, ill, but I don't game, and I'm certainly not obsessed. My brother, also an NCO, is a gamer, gets off work, spends time with his kids, eats dinner, plays food, then still in time for bed. A former soldier of mine, good kid, tried his personal best. He was obsessed with video games, wouldn't stop playing unless he got too tired or passed out, had to enter his room multiple times because he fell asleep playing. Enter his room multiple times for him to still be playing the night before. He was kicked out primarily because he just got fatter and fatter. But it was as easy as he disobeyed direct lawful orders and malingering.
Hilarious there. He was kicked out primarily because he got fatter and fatter.
Yeah.
But it was easy as he disobeyed direct lawful orders. Like clearly the second part did not happen. He's like, but I do work at the army, so I have to pretend he did something else.
He was malingering, which you cannot do.
You can't malinger.
Gamers do malinger. I have seen that.
Well, Gay Hamlet malingers.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't want to cast any aspersions on Gay Hamlet. He's in the same field. It's a really great guy.
This guy says no, and he's a former German army paratrooper. He says, no, they don't. There's no army in the world that needs guys who waste their time sitting in front of a screen playing video games.
And then he has a picture of an army guy doing
Then he
it.
says, and don't think that playing so-called military tactical shooter games, what a freaking name, can teach you anything about warfare. It doesn't. Not even Arma 3.
Just to avoid any unnecessary comments.
And then there's a picture of a guy playing a video game.
Before you bring up Arma 3, it doesn't help. There's games like
This has
America's
600 comments.
There's games like America's Army that are literally produced by the American
Yes.
Army to trick teens into joining the
right, but
army.
it doesn't make you better at army.
Brothers, what was the game? There was a game developed by the army.
Is it
right?
not America's
Or-
Army? Is that
Oh,
not it?
America's Army.
America's
Okay,
Army.
sorry,
I had
yeah.
friends who played that in high
Scary.
school.
Crazy.
They loved the troops.
Yeah, and then the army would like Twitch stream or whatever. Yeah, look how dumb this game looks. It's called America's Army, and it's got a picture of a guy on it.
It wasn't as good as Modern Warfare or whatever, which was
No.
the real issue, is it came out at the same time and was worse.
Yeah, but this isn't supposed to make you good at the game. It's supposed to trick you into thinking you'd be, good at war. It's to trick you into thinking you'd be good at war.
Yeah, maybe it was like less fun because you could tell yourself it was more realistic.
Yeah, when really you should be playing the no Russian level of COD.
Yeah, check out No Rushing. No Rush 20.
Anyway, yeah, everyone says gaming can be a great social hobby. People are disagreeing, actually. Some people say yes, some people say no.
You got some discourse.
This is what we call discourse, folks. Merry Christmas. Also, I'm in the IDF. I say some.
Wait, is there someone in the IDF?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at this.
He's a staff sergeant.
He says, if you're a high-level battlefield player trying to apply your knowledge of firearms in combat, then you'd die quickly. But if you happen to be a casual gamer who often happens to work out a lot or self-disciplined, intelligent, hardworking, then sure. I personally know many such soldiers.
If
Good
you're
for
just
you.
killing teens, it doesn't matter.
That's what I was
If
saying.
you're killing pizza doing push-ups.
Lives in Israel. I bet.
Honestly,
Anyway.
I think being on Quora every day would probably make you a better soldier.
I think that's true.
Soldiers have to ask questions. Soldiers have to answer them.
But they can't ask questions of their superiors.
Right. Then they can't ask those
Yeah.
questions.
Especially if they're getting fatter and fatter.
Yes.
From
Then they have to
playing-
be on beautiful, big, and curvy soldiers.
right.
I take back what I said.
Is there any
Soldiers do not
space
ask
like that?
questions.
There probably is, right?
Big soldiers.
How do I search spaces?
Husky soldiers type in.
Big.
All right,
How can
Jeremy's
you
typing
tell
big
if a
soldier.
soldier is fake?
How can you tell if a soldier is fake?
I don't know how to find spaces. Do you just search them, Alex?
There's a...
Can
If
we
once you
create a
type in your
space?
question, it should say on the side, filtered by spaces.
Can we create a space for big and beautiful soldiers?
We certainly can.
It's going to take a minute. I don't think we should do
We'll
it
do
on
it
air.
after.
No, we'll
We'll
do
do
it
it
later.
after.
We'll
We've
do
got
it
one more
later.
question here.
It's
and
Christmas
it's a
and Merry
Quora gone
Christmas.
wild. Slam that animal button. What is the greatest height from which anybody has ever dropped an elephant, either alive or dead?
Now, I had to ask Phil this one.
Now, this has no answers on it, so I guess, again, the question is, was this written by a robot? The answer is no. It was written by
No.
Simon Ovani.
Is this only being asked because of Operation Dumbo Drop?
What's Dumbo Drop?
You don't know about that?
No.
A movie about an elephant.
You're exhausting, Claire.
Claire talks about this every day.
I'm sick of men not knowing about Operation Dumbo Drop.
I think I forget, but I just remember that they filmed part of it in my hometown.
Oh.
There was a
cool.
part of town where an elephant was falling out of the sky day after
Whoa.
day.
They had to
every
transport
week,
an elephant
right?
somehow.
Whoa.
Somebody in real life had to do that.
Sure, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
And it did get dropped. But if it's not from a plane, I can't imagine it was higher than that. Like the Carthaginians or whatever never catapulted an elephant so high as to rival a plane.
It makes me sad there's no answers here.
Do you think Simon is trying to break the world record?
I think so. I think he's looking for the numbers that he knows what to do a little bit higher than.
This is not a good
Alive or
record
dead
to
is
break.
also wild.
Right.
Well, did you ever hear about that story about the elephant that I think it escaped the circus and killed a bunch of people or like
yeah.
trampled to death someone and then they hung the elephant?
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
And it's just like if I was
Sad.
that elephant,
Sad.
I would also be trampling people.
Yeah.
Stop. Because they're nasty monkeys who have touched the face of God.
That's why I would do it too, because of the touching God part.
If the elephant's already dead, I don't know why you would drop it.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't. Yeah, I guess that's true. Well, you had to drop the one that was hanged.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's just a
forgot.
foot or two.
Just drop it into the
Charles.
I really like this
Grave
question he
plot.
asked.
The
He
Gowanus.
says, "Did they have Rocky Horror Picture Show in North Korea?"
That's a great question.
I don't.
I don't
That
know
is
the
a-
answer.
I don't
is
think they
supposed.
do.
They
Like,
might.
Kim Jong Un might have it.
You never know. Yeah, he probably does.
He likes the movies.
He likes movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he grew up in Sweden, Switzerland, one of those
Yeah,
countries.
yeah.
I don't know.
I haven't heard this
Yeah.
one.
He did?
No,
Didn't he
yeah,
go
he
to
did school in Europe. Right?
That's Quora.
I don't know if he grew up, but he
Well,
did school.
sure, but who knows? I can't.
Darn.
Kim Jong Un do school.
You'd
in
think he would go to
Switzerland.
Kim Il Sung University.
Switzerland. I'm sorry, I confused these two countries.
Oh. Huh.
It is funny to
Interesting.
imagine going to school in Switzerland and then finding out that your classmate is a dictator of another country.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
sort
fun.
of is, like when you look back and you're like, oh, that guy has a company now. This guy
Yeah.
runs Korea.
North Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He has like an industrial output that you can read in the news.
right.
Well, I hope we all learned something today.
I learned a lot.
And Merry Christmas.
About Santa Claus being real.
Phil, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
For coming down our chimney. Where can our listeners find you at home and abroad?
Oh, you can find me Phil Jamesson, just 2 S's and Jamesson on everything. .com on Blue Sky. That's the new one.
Boom,
Right?
Blue Sky.
The big one.
Be sure to put in .com on Blue Sky, the big one. If you would like more of our show, every Thursday we have Patreon episodes that go up that you can just take on down.
You can listen to them, is what Alex means. He doesn't know how to talk normal, but there are episodes you can listen to.
Put those in your pipe and
Those are
smoke
just
'em.
normal podcast episodes you can listen to, like any other show.
Slurp it.
Slurp it up.
And that's every
Piggy.
Oh, before we leave, should we say, because this is our first episode since the live show, that we emailed that guy and he answered us. We emailed the guy at the live show and should we read his email really quick?
Yes, we should. It is worth saying this is 2 weeks after the live show. But
Yes, but this is the first episode that we are recording since the live show. We emailed that guy, Daniel, and he said, be careful, the demon is deceiving you. It may be all fun at the moment, but I guarantee it will show its true self. It will drain you physically, mentally, and take everything it can from you. Yahoo Mail, search, organize, conquer. So that's really all there is to say.
If you
about
have
that.
any demon questions, email Daniel. He's actually looking to answer those.
Bye.
Bye.
Ho ho!